I was in some dark places at different times in my life,
That
and
alley
so
in Hollywood that we first talked about. She was tagging.
oh yes, you okay, so just so everybody knows, every time I see Baba and I walk in and I'm with a friend or something, he goes, "Hey hookers," and I keep saying
Hooker is my favorite thing to call women,
and I'm like
especially if they're fun, because they're fun.
and I'm always like
It's kind of a compliment.
I'm not a hooker. I don't charge. I'm a slut.
I'm a hoe. I'm a
I'm
slut.
a hoe.
Exactly.
But so you came up with this idea that was just so friggin' incredible about my story.
Sucks that it's done now. I would love to keep working. I'm looking at this now and I'm like, yeah, I know what I was doing there and there. Fuck yeah. But it's all gone. Right there, it wasn't done yet.
That was
Second sitting?
That was like the third setting at that point. But yeah, there was still some more shading and other stuff that needed to get in.
There was more that needed to happen.
And because the flowers are not done on a lot of that. There's some more that are down lower there was a lot more color in it still.
Yeah, it's bright as fuck now.
And it is just so good. And
Jessie had no problem getting naked in the shop.
It was a closed shop. Okay.
It's a tattoo shop. It was not closed. Fucking door was open. Door's always open.
Yes, and you also pierced my nipples, so that was sitting out there in the open, and my tatas were hanging out. And
the girls from Oxy get their nipples pierced right there.
And so you really like tattooing on me, I guess, because you've seen pretty much every side of me.
I would never, ever, I can't fucking stand Bruce Springsteen. I would never, ever have suggested anything Bruce Springsteen. And you came to me with one of them. And I was like, okay, all right, let's see. So I made exceptions in my personal preferences because of the shit you've come up with.
And what we're talking about on my thigh here is I have a verse of Bruce Springsteen's Brilliant Disguise. And
I never even heard of that.
And Baba had no idea what the song was. And it was something that I really, I listened to a lot when I was going through my divorce.
Side note, me and Jessie talk a lot about music because we both loved it and all the stuff that she's done and the stuff that I've done. So we are always talking about music. Go ahead.
And we talk about a lot of things because we spent a lot of hours together.
Yeah. But the one thing we seem to agree upon always is music. You know,
and
your first show was Leonard Skinner, right?
My very first rock concert was Leonard Skinner.
See that?
Just shortly before the crash that killed Ronnie Van Zant and Steve Gaines. Yeah.
And your first public event was the Crucifixion of Christ, right?
Well, I don't go quite back that far.
I heard you waved at him and got mad because he didn't wave back. He had a tattoo. Lyle Tuttle did it.
Lyle told you about
Born
that
to Lose.
Yeah. So I actually, the verse that I took was we stood at the altar, the gypsy swore our future was right, but come the wee hours, well, maybe baby, the gypsy lied. And we did gypsy lied bigger. And then, so when you look at me, you better look hard and look twice. Is that
highlighted
me, baby?
A bunch of certain words,
or is that a brilliant disguise? And it was louder.
Disguise is bigger too, right?
Yeah. Yes, and the brilliant disguise is larger size. And then you added in the rose, which is nuts. And it was like, this is a perfect example of how we kind of work together and come up with these things.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you.
I like how you don't settle for what you should get. You get what you want, like ISIS.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just like, I want this. And I'm like, fuck yes.
And
oh, look, there's me drawing on you.
I'm
drawing the justice.
This is perhaps my favorite tattoo.
But my left hand, if you look close, those are the words.
Yep.
And my two fingers are covering the rose.
Yeah, that's the Bruce Springsteen one. Yeah. This is the one you're working on. My combination of Goth and the Lady Justice version of that. And for me, that's my favorite one.
That special tool right there. See that nobody has but me. It's called a ballpoint pen.
Ballpoint pen.
All these other motherfuckers are all like, I need my iPad and I need this. And I'm like, ballpoint pen.
And so I had talked with you, and we'd been thinking about this for a while, and I said I wanted a goth version of Lady Justice.
Hmm.
And so I had gone online and had seen a couple of things, and we had kind of talked back and forth, and you hand drew this on my body
Right there.
so it fit, and then I think we have a picture, the actual finished version of
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah, she got so much softer too. Like right then is right after I did it. So
yes,
a lot of people don't know that when you're doing gray tones, you have to do it twice as dark as you want to be because the water will wash out and it'll be really light. So that came out a lot lighter. See?
and so this is, I don't know if we can see on the camera that,
Yeah. See?
it's very much, it's just an incredibly
That's
beautiful
soft.
track.
I love that piece.
And
Wait, what were we supposed to do? On the jacket?
yeah, so
Yes.
I have a
Vintage.
1960s Wrangler jacket that I kind of tie-dyed, and
She got in her 40s.
it was my great uncle's. And I kind of made it into like a Reverend Jim from Taxi with the chlorine stains and all of that. And so
Oh, you did that?
I
thought
did
that
that.
was part of it.
Oh no, I did that but I did that in like 1982 or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that. So, or it was in college for I think it was for a Halloween party, and I was going as Reverend Jim from Taxi.
So do people know why you got Lady Justice?
Um,
Do they know your background?
um, on the podcast,
Yeah.
folks. So yeah, they know I'm a lawyer, and they know that I'm
Cool.
they don't, I think, get the goth version of that, and that's from the club that I had gone to and had kind of
See, goth
immersed
is
in that.
just such a generic word. Like most of us didn't really use goth, or Adam would play dark music.
Dark, yeah.
And
It's
people are like, wait, this ain't a goth song. I'm like,
well,
no, it's
because
Britney Spears is toxic, but if you listen to the lyrics and forget that it's her, it's a dark song that could have been played by anybody. Yeah, no, it was a dark. It was all about darkness,
and so I
which is
started,
not bad.
and I started, getting that, and it was just I loved those two things and how they came together and how it
Yeah.
was a part of my life, and I wanted to represent that in a tattoo.
Yep. Yeah, people are like, I didn't know you were a goth. I go, I'm not goth. We used to call it death rock back in the days. That just scared people. So invented goth. Goth is what you see at Hot Topic.
Oh yes, I have my own little kind of semi version.
Oh yeah, you have
of
no
what it
idea
is.
this chick's style.
So we've worked together on a lot of these different things, and every now and then you do something and you post it, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, no, this fucking hooker. This hooker, I'll draw something and post it, being like, I'm working on this, and she'll be there within 24 hours or call me, being like, I'm getting that, take it down. And then she gets it, and I never get to tattoo it again. I started drawing Flash, and Flash are designs that are for everybody.
they're
They're not customs.
they're a page.
They're custom because I drew them.
Yes.
But anybody, I'll do them more than once.
and you have a page that has
Yeah.
multiple different
Yeah,
versions,
a bunch of designs. So
designs.
you steal those before I get to put them on the big sheet and get them for yourself. So now I can't do them. But I mean, I love the fact that I did them.
And I love the fact that I
You got about 4 of them?
I have like 4 of those. Yeah.
Yeah.